Sarandos is back. Sam and oh God, what's up with you? Hip Hop Uncensored is the vibe, so subscribe. Hip Hop Uncensored is the vibe, so subscribe. Oh God, driving Sam and riding passenger side, and you heard it out the mouth of the greatest rapper.
Yes, got a major announcement for y'all. Hip Hop News Uncensored has just hooked up with the print champs. What does that mean for you? That means you can go down to the top line of the description box right now and get yourself a hoodie, get yourself a fitted, get yourself a dad hat. It's cool. You want to get warm or you want to support and rock the brand right now. I left the link at the top line of the description box. Do not wait. Go do it right now. I appreciate you guys. Alright, man. Netflix co-CEO Ted Sarandos has made his decision on whether or not he will actually cancel Dave Chappelle from Netflix and take down his new comedy special called The Closer. Now, the firebrand comedian has drawn criticism from the LGBTQ plus community in recent days over several jokes that he made, and people were calling, and tension was pretty much mounting for Netflix's CEO or co-CEO to actually, address the situation. Now, he actually addressed the situation today. Now, a lot of people, hundreds of thousands of people, were actually calling for Dave to be canned, not just canceled from Netflix, but canceled altogether. Well, man, we got the answer for you. Before I get to what's going down, what Netflix CEO, what decision he actually made today, everybody go ahead and make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you share this video. And you know what? Let's get right to it, man. Let's get it, man. Hip Hop News Uncensored is the vibe. So subscribe. So in a Friday memo sent after Netflix quarterly earnings review came out of the top, one of the top companies in the United States of America, Netflix, pretty much it came down from the co-CEO. A mandate came to the managers and employees and everybody who were kind of upset in Netflix about Dave Chappelle. Now, before I get to exactly what he said earlier, if you guys missed it, reports surfaced that Netflix actually had to suspend a trans employee and two other employees after they blasted Dave Chappelle's comedy special, The Closer. Now, it was noted that a woman named Tierra Field, a software engineer, for the company who identifies as trans, actually, crashed the meeting, they're saying, and said a whole bunch of things. And they were, subsequently, giving the axe suspended, not fired, but just suspended for actually going against company policy. Now, let's get back to what Netflix co-CEO had to say. Now, like I said, all three of them women were suspended. They said an investigation, pretty much is definitely pending on the situation. Now, he goes on to say, right, Chappelle is one of the most popular stand-up comedians we have, and we have a long-standing deal with him. His last special, Sticks and Stones, also controversial, is our most watched, stickiest, and most award-winning stand-up special to date. This is Sarandos. This is the co-CEO of Netflix. He also went on to say further, as with our talent, we work hard to support their creative freedom, even though this means that there will always be content on Netflix some people believe is harmful. Now, he also went on a little bit further to kind of, really address the situation and kind of, put his employees at ease, being as though he has some employees, that are, classify themselves as a LGBTQ plus member. Now, he goes on to say, right, in a memo that Sarandos, like I said, drew the line between expressing artistic freedom and protecting employees in the workplace. He put, particularly in stand-up comedy, artistic freedom is obviously a very different standard of speech that we allow internally, as the goals are different, entertaining people versus maintaining a respectful, productive workplace. Now, it's a lot more. He said, if you guys want to get into it, I just wanted to add that in there. So he won't be, canceling Dave Chappelle. And I think that it's a good move. I think it's a very smart move by Netflix, because you don't want to get in, even though, a lot of people were offended out there, you don't want to get into where you're having people sway and run your company. Now, it's always good to listen to the consumer and the people that are buying the product. I mean, 100%. If you own a business, you know that. But you also have to sometimes stand on what you know is right as a person. Now, Dave Chappelle ain't just somebody who got some weak documentary. They said he had the biggest special ever, the biggest special ever. So he's doing numbers. They got a great relationship with Dave Chappelle, and they understand that their employees are mad. They stormed the meeting and all that, but they're also saying like, dog, it's artistic expression. My artistic expression may not always be in line with what you believe, what you think, and what you feel. That's fine. That's why it's an artistic expression. It's funny to me, and we talk a lot of times, shout out to Dr. Boyce Watkins and others, how it's never a problem when you have black people talking about killing black people, sexing up black people, giving drugs to black people. That's not an outrage by anybody. Nobody cares. But when anyone else is talked about, it's such an outrage. Now, I believe, right, that, yeah, you should be outraged. If you believe that somebody disrespected you, you know what I mean? You have the right to be outraged, but don't mean that you're right. And it don't mean that they were wrong about what they said at the end of the day. You know, like when people come out and say, black on black crime are killing more people than each other than anybody else. Okay, yeah, that's a point. I could be mad about it. I could be mad that you brought it up, but it's a fact at the end of the day. So I just want people to be, inclined to just think outside the box, and I like the decision. I like it. I don't really think that it crossed the line. I think that it was just a joke, no different than you're making a joke. You can have two people up there, one may be Hispanic, one may be Asian or East Indian, and they start making jokes about each other, what they typically wear, what they typically do, all this type of stuff like that. One could say rice, one could say you park your car on the lawn, whatever the case may be. You guys all know what people say and stuff when they joking and jonesing and whatnot with your friends and whatnot. I had friends of all different races. We would joke on each other, but it was never meant to be anything that was disrespectful, you know what I mean, or try to harm. And if I ever did disrespect someone or harm, I'd be like, you know what? I apologize, my man, my sister. I didn't mean it any harm. It was just a joke. And that's what comedy is. It's supposed to make you feel a little bit edgy and be thought-provoking, but say, okay, that's funny, but that has some truth to it. That's where I'm at with it. Shout out to Netflix co-CEO for standing firm, standing strong. I'm sure people in that company is like, man, you got to deal with this. And he stood strong, and they'll be all right, man. You got to understand when people are outraged, it may last for a little bit, but people will get over it. They will move on. I think people are so hypersensitive right now, you know what I mean? And just, it kind of is what it is. But yeah, so Netflix CEO is not going to cancel Dave Chappelle. I appreciate you guys listening to what I had to say here on Hip Hop News Uncensored. Hey man, if you're a loyal follower, loyal subscriber, if you didn't already do it, smash the like button and make sure you go ahead and subscribe real quick before you get up out of here. Hit that subscribe button real quick. It takes a split second to do so. Also, if you want to take it a step further, go to the top line of the description box, right? And go check out our Hip Hop Uncensored merch right now. We got the fitted hats, we got the dad hats, we got the hoodies. It's getting cold out, people. We got t-shirts, anything you need right now, man. Go to the top line of the description box, printchamps.com, and go get yourself some Hip Hop Uncensored merch. Hey, man, it's your boy Oga, man. Hip Hop Uncensored. What up?